I received a lot of messages because I made a video earlier on the movie Black Adam with The Rock, and there was a cameo. Superman appeared, and everybody went nuts. He told me, he gave me a little spoiler. Measure put a little spoiler alert, but anyway, it's not that much of a spoiler. I mean, I don't think it really warrants a spoiler alert. Just that Superman appeared, but anyway, so he was telling me, I got a few messages, but this one particular ape was that he has never seen the AMC that packed before. He said it was completely insane. He couldn't even get. They had to wait like 2 or 3 hours to see the movie. It was sold out. It was sold out, and he winded up having to pre-buy the tickets. They went out for dinner. Him and his family. They had to come back like 3 hours later. And this was not in New York. This was actually in Florida. Okay, but I've actually spoke to apes all around the country, and they all said the same thing. So it just really leads you to believe, okay, that AMC something good is going to happen, and that all of this stuff that we're seeing, it just can't be real. Like the price has got to be fake. Because listen, I okay. Let me put it this way, because I know that a lot of people get angry and they're like, "You're giving us false hope." Like they're talking about Rico, who say that apes going to $80. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna get to that in a second, okay? But let's just talk about AMC and not ape. Let's talk about AMC. If people weren't going to the movies, if people, it wasn't AMC theaters weren't selling out nationwide, then I would kind of agree. I'd be like, look, there's nothing here. Yeah. But that's not what's happening. AMC, it's like people are going to the movies now, I think, honestly, even before the coronavirus. It's like it's insane. It's insane. Actually, you want to know why I think that's happening? I think that when we had the lockdowns and when everybody was home, because I'm starting to see now, like I see Billy Joel, he's back on, tour, and he's selling out everywhere he's going. At the Madison Square Garden residency, and he's always been selling out. I mean, always. But I think more now than ever because I think people were locked up for so long, and they were in their houses, and they felt like prisoners, right, for so long that now they're going crazy. And I really, really believe. See, I used to actually think that the whole lockdown thing was negative for AMC. Like I was saying it, like to my wife, I was like, man, lockdowns are bad. Lockdowns are bad for him. But now I'm starting to change the way of thinking. Lockdowns are actually good because the reason why is because people are like prisoners in their homes and they want to get out. They want to go to the movies. They want to have fun, especially young kids. See, for kids, teenagers, that's their only outlet is the movie theaters. See, that's you want to know that's the big thing. That's the big thing. They can't go to bars, they can't go to clubs. Their only option is movie theaters. So for that reason alone, I would say AMC's got a bright future. Okay. Now let's talk about Rico with Ape. Look, do I think Ape will help AMC? I think so in the long run. I think it could have a little run. I'm not totally in disagreement. I mean, will it go to 80? I don't know about that. But, if it did, let's just put it this way. AMC probably would be completely out of debt. Let's put it that way. AMC would completely so let's just look at it this way. Rather than to because I break, Rico's balls a lot. I've disagreed with Rico on many things. But here's where I'm gonna give Rico a little tiny tinge of the benefit of the doubt. If Ape even does half of what he's saying, okay, AMC will either be completely out of debt or the majority of the debt will be gone, which ultimately is going to be great for AMC and it will be great for us, right? So is he blowing it out of proportion? Yeah, it's like kind of like Thomas James investing when he was, remember when he said there's, what was it, 2 trillion synthetics? He goes, there's 2 trillion synthetics at AMC. So look, I get the enthusiasm. Um, yes, there's a lot of exaggeration. Yes, there's a lot of people just doing this for views and they want to get YouTube ad revenue, so they'll say the most outrageous, unrealistic thing. But will Ape have a run eventually? I do believe. I do believe, yes. And will it help AMC get out of either all of its debt or a majority of its debt? I think so. But I can tell you this: putting Ape, see, to me, I don't even like talking about Ape because, first of all, I didn't get into this for Ape. I got into this for AMC. Okay, Ape to me, I look at it. Whatever happens, happens. I honestly don't even think or talk too much about Ape. I really don't because look, that's Adam Aaron's thing. He did that without asking us. I know there's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot of anger towards Adam Aaron because of that. Because he. But it's like trying to just look at it from another point of view. He wants to get AMC out of debt. That's the key. He wants to get AMC out of debt. So I understand where he's coming from. I understand, that ultimately once that happens, AMC's out of debt. It's gonna be a brick house. It's gonna be a powerhouse. Like she's a brick house. AMC's mighty. She's letting it all hang out. So I get it. I understand it. That's why I don't really talk too much about Ape. But all these people with their big Ape predictions or their terrible Ape predictions, I think AMC on its own merit, just based on the fact that everyone's going to the movies, it's always sold out, it's always doing great. That's telling me we're gonna have a MOASS. Something's gonna happen. I don't know when, but something's gonna happen. And it's telling you that there are certain forces that are holding this back. This is not real. That's what I'm saying. This is not AMC is not at these prices because of legitimate reasons, in my opinion. Look, let me just be clear. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I'm an entertainer. But there are things going on behind closed doors that is prevent. See, I think a lot of apes have got to the point where they actually are believing this is a dying business. But if it's a dying business, why is AMC movie theaters always sold out? Why are they breaking records? All these movies at the block at the what do you call the box office. Why is Hollywood making more money than they've ever made before? Hollywood's killing it, right? So you got to kind of ask yourself all these questions, right? So before you say AMC is a dying business, you got to say to yourself, wait a minute. Movies are breaking records at the box office. AMC is always sold out. Got to think about these things. Not a financial planner. Don't give financial advice. I'm an entertainer.